Hi, good day everyone. So this is the first step to integration. We have currently the pump and the water level sensor hooked up. Now in our design specification, it stated that we needed to have a minimum pumping interval. However, right now that is not implemented. So as soon as so this is currently depicting a low water level here, right? This is currently depicting a low water level since he floated straight down. So when the water level rises, it have water in the tank, it will go up, and as you can see, the pump turns on. This pump is turning on for 10% at its 10% of full speed. However, in practical implementation, a 10% duty cycle is way too low, and the pump ends up running very slow, and so practically that would not even be able to pump water. So I upped the duty cycle to approximately 30% to represent 10% of the pump speed, right? So as I put this down, the pump turns off. As I raise it, the pump turns on. So currently there is no turbidity sensor, there's currently no turbidity sensor to get the reading in order to vary the pump speed. However, I made a lookup. The lookup table is already populated. So if I manually were to change the pump speed, so currently 0x01 represents in this case like a 10% pump speed. If I chose a resolution in which I'm not varying, I'm varying proportionally, but I'm not varying in 1% intervals. I am varying 30%, 50%, 70%, and 100% for set NTU value ranges. This will, in practical applications, this will allow the pump to be more reliable, as a 1% variation in speed is not actually shown drastically in reality in our pumps. A 1%, increase in duty cycle is not shown drastically as a change in pump speed. So for example, if we now go up and change our zero, so currently we have it represents a 10% pump speed. So if I change it to 0x, I see like 0x03, right? And let me build the code, and as we could see, it built successfully, etc. So now I change it to 0x03. So as you remember, we had a 10% speed, so now I increase the speed. So as I now raise the water level, we should have a higher pump speed. And as you can see, the pump speed is higher from our 10% that we initially had. So this shows that our lookup table works as we desired. Next step in integration, I will integrate the keypad to our system, and this will allow us to set the minimum pump speed so it does not, so basically as it's triggered, there's a high water level, as soon as the water level drops, the pump will still be running for that minimum duty cycle, for that minimum pump speed, that duration until the duration is finished.